Modernism as architecture started in the late 19th and mid-20th century. The progress modernism has made transformed the state of our surroundings. The development of modern architecture has begun soon after the advancement of building materials in the 19th century, and it has enlivened numerous artistic risks of another mindset. In the 1970s, modern architecture was declared dead, and many modernist buildings were demolished. However, until today, modern era buildings remain acclaimed examples of social housing solutions decades after they were built. A standout amongst the most well-known buildings in the 20th century as well as modern architecture was the Bauhaus, which is located in Germany. It was designed by the architect Walter Adolf Gropius in 1990. The Bauhaus was principally utilized for exhibitions, concerts, and theatrical performances, but on the other hand was utilized for instructive purposes. The Bauhaus motivated architects from different nations and mainlands to make a place where individuals would impart to their comparable advantages and information. This was an ideal place for individuals that were inventive and respected workmanship in every meaning. The structure of the Bauhaus mirrored a sensible way to deal with coordinating hypotheses and application. Bauhaus development changed the plan and creation of current architecture and has utilized steel edges and glass walls and windows. Gropius utilized a huge amount of glass to influence the space and make it feel open. The open space proposes that he needed to influence the individuals to feel free and autonomous. The astounding structure of the Bauhaus gives a staggering impression, especially during the evening when the lights feature the magnificence of the glass walls. Postmodernism can be seen as a reaction against the ideas and values of modernism, as well as a description of the period that followed modernism's dominance in cultural theory and practice in the early and middle decades of the 20th century. The term is associated with skepticism, irony, and philosophical critiques of the concept of universal truth and objective reality. The picture on the right side is a picture of the Sony Tower in New York City. The structure of the building is modern as it is built using a conventional steel framing system inset behind the facade, but instead of finishing the profile with a glass curtain wall as modernism would expect, the steel body is clad with slabs of pink granite, an older and less industrial material. That projects a character of solidity and durability. This introduces postmodernism into the building. Contemporary architecture is the architecture of the 21st century. No single style is dominant. Contemporary architects are working in dozens of different styles, from postmodernism and high-tech architecture to highly conceptual and expressive styles on an enormous scale. Different styles and approaches have in common the use of very advanced technology and modern building materials, such as tube structure, which allows construction of the buildings that are taller, lighter, and stronger than those in the 20th century, and the use of new techniques of computer-aided design, which allow buildings to be designed and modeled on computers in 3 dimensions and constructed with more precision and speed. Contemporary buildings are designed to be noticed and to astonish. A good example of contemporary architecture is the Walt Disney Concert Hall by Frank Gehry. The first view of the Walt Disney Concert Hall most people see is the curving stainless steel skin of the building exterior, resembling silver seals. The curves echo the billows in the auditorium and play off the bowed cornice of the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, forging a link between new and old. In architect Frank Gehry's original design, Walt Disney's Concert Hall was intended to be clad in stone. After receiving much acclaim for his titanium building in Bilbao, however, he was urged to change the stone to metal. With this new material, Gehry was able to tweak the shape of the exterior, creating the iconic silver sails we see today.